In this video, I am going to give a quick explanation of the discriminant. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. And you may recognize that from the quadratic formula. Right here is the b squared minus 4 times a times c. The discriminant tells you how many solutions there are to a quadratic equation. If the discriminant is positive, we're going to be taking the square root of a positive number, which we know is either positive or negative. So that is where we're going to get negative b plus or minus some number. So if the discriminant is positive, we're going to have two solutions or two roots. If the discriminant is 0, we're going to take the square root of 0, which is just 0. So we're going to have a negative b plus or minus 0. Negative b plus 0 or negative b minus 0 all over 2a, that's going to be simply negative b over 2a. So our x is only going to be equal to one solution. And that is because adding 0 or subtracting 0 from a number will result in that original number, which in our case is negative b. So it's just negative b over 2a. Whereas above that, it was negative b plus or minus some number all over 2a. For the sake of this, we'll call that number r, all over 2a. So we were going to have two solutions. So a negative b plus an r over 2a, or a negative b minus an r over 2a. So if positive has two solutions, and if the discriminant is 0, that's one solution, a negative discriminant will result in 0 solutions. And this is because if the discriminant, so the b squared minus 4ac, is negative, you're going to have the square root of some negative number, which we know is not a real solution. So since we will have a square root of a negative and not have a real solution, the roots are also not real, and therefore there are 0 real solutions. However, later, most likely in Algebra 2, we're going to learn about imaginary numbers. So this would be an imaginary root. But for the case of this study, we just need to know that a negative discriminant results in a negative number underneath of a square root, which results in 0 real solutions. So the discriminant is a good test before you even begin the quadratic formula to know whether you're going to get 2 solutions, 1 solution, or 0 solutions. If the discriminant is negative, why go through all the work of plugging in all the numbers? Because you know that you're going to have 0 solutions. If the discriminant is 0, you don't even need to plug in the numbers underneath the square root. You're just going to use negative b over 2a. However, if the discriminant is positive, you're going to have to do out the entire quadratic formula because you're going to get 2 solutions. Negative b plus the positive square root of your discriminant, or a negative b minus the square root of your discriminant. And that's all over 2a.